Yeah, just bear with me a sec. I'm just getting a few things in place here. This is not going to be an easy stream for me. Oh boy. I think I got it straight here. Just trying to get my things all set up. Yeah, good to see Aniki, Jojo, Yankee Kyle. Oh my goodness. Angels Among Us. I'm almost just shaking. Mama Rock. This is really sad. If I don't seem like myself, I mean, it's the last kind of live stream I thought I'd be doing this week. I just can't even, I don't even know where to begin, so I'm just not in a hurry. This all happened so suddenly. Hi, Truth. Good to see you. Sorry, my voice is probably even fried. Spent a lot of time crying. I just thought we'd talk a little bit about LuLu. I know a lot of people have already heard. I know Cab went live on D Live. So I know the word's getting around. It's shocking. This one really hurts. I mean, LuLu was part of my family, part of a lot of people's families, considered family. Oh. But yeah, I got the word yesterday morning from Lulu's daughter. Lulu's been sick. And just found out yesterday morning she had passed away. I'm still in disbelief. Oh, Alyssa Parrish, Rock Fam. Jojo, she was my sister. She's a big part of my family with not just me and Brian, but our kids. I know this is so hard. You know, you might laugh at this, but this shirt I'm wearing is in memory of LuLu. She gave me this because she knew I love Star Trek. And she gave me this for my birthday. I've kept it always in good shape. It means a lot to me. So I'm actually celebrating Lulu's life wearing this shirt. Hello, lovely Lisa Warrior. Oh my goodness, this is so hard. Hey, Sandra. Oh. Man, I just can't even believe this, that I'm doing this. I gotta just chill out. There's so many things people didn't even know about Lulu. Man, she had a big heart. Oh man, we spent so much time together. Oh. She helped so many people. She loved so many people. Oh. Lulu was one of a kind. It was a privilege to know her. She took me in. Oh. She was a great person. Yes, Aniki. I've got so many stories about Lulu I can think of. I don't have a plan. I just knew I had to do a live stream just to celebrate Lulu's life, tell stories, talk about who she was. Haya Truth says Lulu reached out to me many times and she was always there to talk. She did have a heart of gold, Yankee Kyle, and she did so much behind the scenes no one even knows about because she was so private about it. She never wanted any spotlight. She helped so many people. She she just had a heart, big heart for people. Hey, Darren. Yeah, she's gonna be missed. Oh my goodness. Oh. I've got her channel up. I made that banner for Lulu. She was so. We sat for hours and kept changing it and changing it. She just loved animals so much. I had to cut out all her little critters. Those were really her animals. Archie, the ferret, and her guinea pigs, and her rats, and her dogs. She loved horses. Lulu used to treat those animals like kings of the world. I've never seen someone love a rat so much. I learned so much about the world of little critters, how important they can be. And she was so excited when she'd make these videos. She never got a ton of views on them, but she was just so happy to just share them. Thank you, Darren. Support from Toronto. Yeah, I don't know if everyone knows that Lulu was Canadian, Nova Scotia. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, of course you did, JoJo. You're Canadian. Ashley McCormick, good to see you. Oh my goodness. I don't have any plan. I just knew I had to go live just to talk about Lulu. You know, a lot of people don't even know this. Not only did I get the Star Trek shirt from Lulu, but she sent me my cheese head, my other one, the fedora hat. This was for Father's Day or my birthday, one of the two, I forget. This was from LuLuLuvU. She sent it. She went online and she ordered it. She said, I got a surprise for you, and she sent it to me. I actually I have it over here. This is when I was just first starting to get to know Lulu. And this was probably the first year or so that I knew her. And she sent me a card. Maritime Pride. Put her little ferret on there. And she wrote this to me. Hi, Dave. I'm thankful that we became friends on YouTube. I enjoy your comedy and sense of humor, and I hope you like your sticker. Blessings to you and family. And that was sent to me for like a Christmas card. And that was when we were just first starting to get to know each other. Jubba Jub, hello.
What's up?
Hey, it looks like JoJo came up.
I just saw the message now. I was busy in your chat.
This is the hardest live stream I've had to do, JoJo.
I don't think it'll ever get easy. I mean, she was something else. Like she was. I don't think there's anyone out there like her. You know, it's funny because the day that I got the message from you guys about her passing yesterday, right? The night before, she had sent. So I'm not trying to make this X-rated. This is a real thing that she sent me.
It's
Okay.
okay.
He sent me an entire book of small penises to color on unicorns.
Well,
Because her and I had this thing about little dick pillows and that. And she sent it to me and I started coloring it for the first time. I've had this book for like 3 years and I never wanted to crack it open. I wanted to save it, right? Just something to look back on. And out of the middle of nowhere, the night before I got the message from you guys, I just started coloring it and didn't think anything of it. And then I got the message the following morning and I was like, wow. And just prior to that, she had sent Brian a coloring book of cat buttholes. Like different cats' butts with their buttholes showing, so he colors them.
well, a lot of people don't realize Lulu. You know, I was watching Cab's replay on his D Live stream, and as he put it, she wasn't an angel. She
Oh
had a
God,
heart
no.
of an angel,
Oh yeah.
but she had a naughty side, and it
she
was hilarious.
Her and I, we used to get into calls with like Ghost and Tina and Davros, and I think you were there for a few of them, but there was some you weren't in there on, and we had looked up things like 50-gallon tubs of lube and things like just random things you can buy on Amazon, and we did
It's
this all night long. Like, and I mean, it was like 5, 6 hour long conversations on over Zoom with Lulu and all of us just looking at random things that you can buy. Aniki was there, I think, for a few of them. But yeah, there was things that there was times she would get up even on my panels and she would be, naughty Lulu. But there's things that she would never say on the live streams that she said in the background, just joking around, like
Well,
we
even
found.
even though she had a naughty side, she'd keep me in check because sometimes we'd be doing some late night insomniac theaters, and I'd get these messages like, you're going too far. You got to tone it down." And so here I am doing the live stream, and we're all having a good time, and it's getting out of hand. And I got these private messages from Lulu coming in: "Tone it down. You're going too far." And I'm like, "Okay, sweetie. Okay." She'd always keep the wacky in check.
I think it all depended on what stream she was monitoring, because if it was your stream, it was like, okay, this is too far for you, but she'd come over to mine and she'd be like, yo, you need to tell them this. And
Yeah.
she'd spit out like the most randomest things, like things that I was like, how did I not think of this? Like,
Well, I don't know if you remember too, Lulu, I'm telling the chat, she's the one that helped me pick out my bikini for my 7,000
mhm,
sub stream.
yeah.
We sat in the hangout for about 2 hours. We went to Amazon, to eBay, and it was like two girls talking. She's like, "Well, what do you think of these polka dots?" And what do you and it was just hilarious. I'm sitting there picking out a bikini with Lulu. And she helped me pick it out. We finalized the one that I got.
You know, we woke up one morning. This was about, I want to say about 2 years ago. And I don't know why she had an obsession with sending Rice Krispie treats to my children. And I mean, she was sending them by the boxes, like, and not the
Really?
small
No, I
ones,
didn't know that.
not the small ones that you get from the grocery store, but like the, like the big ones that you would get from like Costco or Sam's Club, things like that. And she was sending them to my children. My kids are like, "Mom, we're sick of Rice Krispie squares, but we don't want to tell Auntie Lulu." I'm like, "Okay, don't worry, I'll talk to her." She's like, "But they're so good." And I'm like, "Lulu, they're piling up in my house. Like, stop sending Rice Krispie treats."
She did. See, so many people didn't even know behind the scenes she did stuff like that all the time.
hmm
For so many people that you would never even. She was always so private about it. She never wanted any
Yeah.
attention. She never wanted a pat on the back. It was just, "I'm doing this privately. Don't tell anyone.
hmm
Don't say anything."
Well, we woke up one morning with a coffee maker on the front porch, and we're like, "What? Where did this come from?" She's like, "Oh, that was me." I was like, "What the hell are you sending me a coffee maker for?" And she's like, "Because yours broke and you need coffee." And I'm like, "What the hell?" Because we always have coffee during the streams, right? And she was like, "Well, you can't do a stream without coffee." I was like, "Well, you didn't have to send me one. We were gonna go and get one." Like,
Yeah, I just want to say hi to Life with Ankylosing Spondylitis and Story of Dory Thomas. Thanks for coming by. I've done so much crying. Now I kind of almost want to just celebrate the good memories of Lulu.
yeah.
If you're just getting in the stream, you probably guessed from the title, but we just found out our sister passed away yesterday morning. And it was so weird how it happened because I was getting ready to go to bed. It was 7 in the morning. I had stayed up late, and I literally was walking down the hall to the bedroom, and I heard my phone go off, and I thought it was a Facebook message. And I figured I'd just check it. I thought it was Megan or Cab or something. And it was Lulu's daughter saying she had passed away. I couldn't even believe it. I was just so stunned. I just walked into the bedroom and told my wife. I just said, "I can't believe it. Lulu died."
Mhm. I knew she had been going through a lot, but I didn't expect it to go this fast.
I didn't either. But see, a lot of people in the community didn't even know she was really sick. She was really struggling for the past year. It
Well,
wasn't that she.
it was more of a 2 year because it
Well,
was
yeah.
around Christmas about 2 years ago that it really started kicking in, and then it just kind of escalated.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't that she
I
didn't.
thought for sure they were getting it under control. But
Well, it looked promising at one point she had got out of the hospital and she was home.
Mm-hmm.
But then she messaged me and she was back in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it wasn't good.
Yeah, I remember you and I talking about that.
Oh, man, she's going to be missed. Thanks for.
Eh,
I just want to say hi to Debbie McWaters and Jerry Lynn Fortune. Thanks for coming through. We're just. There's no plan. We're just celebrating the life of our sister. I just have so. I mean, man, me and Lulu used to sit in hangouts and talk for hours. And sometimes she just wanted to talk about God.
yeah.
And she just had this. She looked. I don't know. I think sometimes she looked to me for advice if she was struggling with her faith. And we'd just talk and we'd pray. And I know she loved God.
Mm-hmm. I remember her and I having quite a few heart to heart, especially when her grandmother passed.
Oh, that's what's so bizarre. To the chat, Lou had a nan, and
I was like
she
her everything.
everything to her meant everything. And this is so unbelievable. Yesterday, when Lulu passed away, her daughter told me was the birthday of her nan that she
Mm-hmm.
had this incredibly close relationship with. And she was so heartbroken when she had passed away. And she told me this story how she was able to get into the hospital and she got to spend a couple hours with her nan before she had passed away. She said it was a miracle from God because there was some bad blood in her family with that side.
Yeah. I remember talking to her about that because she was so torn because like you said, there was bad blood with the family. And she was like, I don't know, should I go and risk, messing up the whole funeral, because they can't keep their calm, I guess, on the other side of the family. And I was like, you have to decide what's best for you. I was like, your nan's gonna forgive you one way or another. But she was so torn about that.
Don't laugh at this. I got to leave just for about 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go grab a coat. I'm in the garage and it's below zero out. I turned the
No.
heat on, but it's not there yet. I'm only in Lulu's t shirt here she gave me. I got to grab a coat. Just hold
Okay,
on.
go do it. Hey, Warsaw. Wacky will be back. He's just grabbing the jacket.
What happened to the green screen?
Oh man. I mean, feel free, guys, to share any stories you have of Lulu in. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing that. Not on this kind of stream, Monarchy. I haven't streamed in so long, I don't even think I remember how to do that. But I definitely don't want to do it on this one. But if you guys have any memories you want to
Oh,
share of Lulu,
so much better. Okay.
write them down in the chat for us. Wacky can read them out.
Yeah, and I want the chat to know, you know, just reflecting on Lulu, but I'm reading your comments. Warsaw Patriot, thanks for coming by. Crystal Bradshaw, thanks for being here. Gold and Silver. We're just celebrating LuLuLuVU's life. Man, that woman had a heart of gold. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's no one out there that's like her. There will never be.
You know, a lot of people don't know this, and I don't think it's to say this. I mean, but just so you know in the chat, she used to be a moderator for so many channels,
Mm-hmm.
and she would be flying along in the chat. But what a lot of people never knew, we never told anyone, but I guess it's okay at this point. She had a disability with her fingers with arthritis. And she never complained about it to me, or I mean, she just accepted it. But the way she could type and how fast she could go was just amazing. No one would have ever known that.
Yeah, like
And
just
she could type faster than I could type, and I was just always amazed with that.
I was amazed with a lot of things she does, the way that her hands were. It was astounding to see the stuff that she was doing
Well,
and
look
how
at the
fast she was doing
crafts.
it.
A lot
Yeah,
of
that's what I mean.
oh,
Like,
I just got to say hi to Zara, Paranormal White Noise. Thanks for coming by.
hey Zara.
We just yeah, this is hard. I've spent the past day and a half several crying sessions. It's like I'd cry and then it would go away, and then it's something. I was watching Cab's rerun of his stream. I was sleeping yesterday on D Live. I just started crying again this morning, so I'm pretty cried out.
Yeah, it's been off and on over here too. Even my kids, they're pretty upset about it.
Oh, thank you,
It's hard not to
everyone.
be. I mean, you even when you don't meet people in person, you build those connections, right? Especially when you spend so much time with them.
Oh my goodness, well, you as well. We spend so much time behind the scenes with Lulu.
Yeah.
I I had to help her with her videos, and she loved posting these little animal videos. I can't play them because they're on YouTube, but if I do a little stream over on D Live at some point, I will play them. And
Her animals were her life.
oh my goodness, and her love was so deep for her animals. I mean, she'd take her rat to the vet, and she'd get a $500 bill, but it
Mm-hmm.
didn't matter because she loved that rat so much.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even realize how many animals she had at one point. I mean, she had like two or three rats, she had like two or three ferrets, two dogs, guinea pig. I mean, just it was like a zoo over there. Yeah, Redneck the fam. Good to see you. Yeah, I love babies and chicks and duckling. I heard that about Dougie West as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw Bridget's post a couple days ago. That was kind of shocking.
Well, Cab said it's been around 7 people in our community we've lost in the
Mm-hmm.
past maybe year or two.
Yeah. Well, just this year alone, there's been, well, if you count Dougie, he wasn't really in our community anymore, but he was around. He had passed Joy Sumter and now Lulu. It's just still hard to believe. Hey, Redneck.
Oh, thanks, Zara. Yep, I'm on top chat. I got to put it on live chat. Zara's always good about reminding me of that. Thank you, Zara. Crystal Bradshaw for 6 years. Wow. Says my 18th birthday was last month. I knew you since I was 12. Wow. Top chat, you need to be gone, right, Thomas? Your son was from my area. Okay, Gold and Silver. Redneck the fam. Yeah, we're just celebrating LuLuLuvu's life. We lost. This one hurt a lot. I I still can't even believe this, Jojo. I'm
Uh,
still in this state of shock.
You know, it's weird and it always seems like corny, but like wake up and completely feels like, nah, maybe it was just a weird dream. But it's like time goes on and you still see that it's still a thing. It still hurts. I mean, it's only been a day.
I know. Oh yeah, Warsaw Patriot. We went into a call immediately yesterday morning, and Cab
Hey,
did a
Tina.
memorial stream on D Live. You can watch the replay over there. Under the replays, he did his kind of celebration of life.
Yeah. I missed that one. I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I watched it this morning. And I
Tina.
cried. It hit me. He was on D Live, so he was able to play some of Lulu's videos.
I've been watching some of her stuff on my phone and that. Tina, what's up? And Into the Afterlife is Tina's new channel name, just so you know.
I don't know what that means. I don't know if I want to know. Lulu
That's
always
just
laughed at me because I was always like, no, not the paranormal stuff. What does that mean?
just Into the Afterlife. It's like paranormal investigations.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't
And
worry, she's not gonna curse you
Into
or
the
anything.
Afterlife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were family.
Yeah.
Cute kitty. Yeah, Zara, Paranormal White Noise. That's Zara for people in the chat who don't know. It's not the kind of live stream I wanted to do or thought I'd be doing today. Let's put it that way.
Mm.
Yeah, you know, another thing a lot of people don't know about Lulu, I don't have anything to show you to prove it, but believe me, I've seen it. She was a big time crafter. She had a whole room set up. She'd take her phone through her room, look at this, look at that. You know, I got to see all her craft stuff that she made. It was amazing, actually.
Did you see her she shed?
She shed.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
like
you talking about the
her.
girl cave?
Yeah, she called it her
Oh,
she shed or her bitch cave.
I got tours, just so the chat knows what we're talking about. A few years back, Lulu had a new room added onto her house, and that was hers. That was her girl cave.
No, the one that was external from the house. It was like almost like a little guest house.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like an addition, but you had to walk. But anyway,
Yeah.
I got tours of it the whole time while it was being built. Oh, look, they just put a window in. They just put a wall up. They just.
Yeah.
And she was so happy with that.
Oh, she loved it there.
Oh, Paranormal White Noise says we had a fur baby loss just after Christmas, and she was called Lulu.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, animated.
Sorry to hear that, Zara. I mean, I worry about that all the time. I've got 2 dogs, and I'm like, they're my kids. I don't know what I'd do if I lost one of them. Yeah, Lulu suffered a lot of loss with her critters. I was telling you how she loved rats, and
I remember the one I think she said it had stomach cancer. It was really, really bloated, and I can't remember if it was stomach cancer or something or really bad ulcers, but it ended up taking one of them. I know she was really upset about that one.
yeah, I got to see those critters a lot. And another thing, she loved horses. She just adored them.
Mhm.
But she was unable to ride later in life,
Yeah.
which is typical. My wife also grew up with horses. That's the other thing. Lulu, she was always inspired by Mrs. Wacky. She's always just talking about how Mrs. Wacky really helped her faith. Now the coat made me hot.
I like thing I like most about Lulu is she wasn't one-sided. You know what I mean? Like she was open to everything. everything and anything you can think of, she was open to. Even if she only experienced it once, it was like she had to try it at least once. It didn't matter what it was.
Fighting Spirit, K-Dawn. Let's see what K-Dog says. Oh, Phil Dogs is out there too. Yeah, we're just trying to kind of celebrate Lulu's life. I've spent so much the past day and a half crying. I need some good memories. But Lulu was dealing with a lot of health issues, and that's why she wasn't around in the live streams. She couldn't do it because she was in a hospital bed. Crystal Bradshaw, do you remember me from Lunatic Dad? Yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah, it's not the way I wanted us all to get back together again. Animated adventures, but
Like, you know, it may not be the ideal way to get to talk to everyone again, but it shows how much she meant to other people.
well, it's that's been going on in my family for the past few years that we're always getting together for funerals. We're always talking about how me and Cab and we've always talked about just what's going to happen when our close inner circle starts. Lulu's probably the first. It's really hitting home.
Well, we
I know it's
have
part of
limited
life, but
we have a limited amount of time on this planet. There's no sense spending it in fights or anything like that.
yeah, it kind of makes you, when something like this happens, you think about all the years of all the different dramas we went through, that Lulu went through, all of us, and it just seems so trivial all of a sudden.
Meaningless.
And believe me, Lulu stuck with a lot of people through a lot of drama.
Hey, Tori.
Oh.
It's true, Tina.
Hey, Tori. Think of this, Dave. This is from Paranormal White Noise. Think of it like this, Dave. It was her shell that is gone, but her spirit is still very much alive. Oh, I believe she's with the Lord. We had so many talks about God. She had her struggles, don't get me wrong. We all do, but in the end,
I don't believe you're ever truly gone. You can be with your God, you know what I mean? But you doesn't mean you're necessarily gone. You're there in some form. How else would they watch over you, right?
Oh. Into the afterlife, everyone has their crosses to bear. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and by the way, ankylosing spondylitis, I hope you're doing well, Ashley. Been too long. We have kind of split up as a community all of a sudden over the past year or two.
Everybody went their separate ways. Things happened, everybody went one way or another, and whether it was drama or just life in general, it was bound to happen sooner or later.
It's more related to me, but for the chat, I now have 2 grandchildren. I've been blessed.
Oh, 2. Oh, yeah.
We just had the other one came about a week ago.
Aw.
So we have one boy, 1 girl so far.
Aw, congrats.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Yeah. And it was great because actually when Lulu was in the hospital, this is about a month and a half, maybe a month back, around the Christmas time, I was able to get her some pictures of my granddaughter. The grandson was not here yet,
Mm-hmm.
and she just loved him. She actually did respond back to me, and she was in the hospital, and it just kind of warmed her heart to see. It was a picture of my granddaughter with Christmas lights wrapped all around her. She was playing with the lights, and
Aw.
uh,
Do you enjoy being a grandpa?
you should do a music video for Lulu, Redneck the Fam. Yeah, I did a video with Lulu. I can't play it because I'm on YouTube. We we worked on this for a couple hours. She had some video footage of her dogs, and I forget what we named it. It's on Lulu's channel, but I did the voice of her dogs talking, and she was singing like, "Oh, Tommy, Tom, Tom," and she came to me and she was like, "Wacky, can you help me do something with this video?" And we sat in a hangout for a couple hours, and I came up with this idea. I'll be the voice of the dogs, and you do your singing, and we made that video together. I wish I could play it, but it's YouTube, so something like Christmas pain in the ass or something. I forget. It's something. I forget what we called it. You can definitely find it on her channel.
Oh man. There's one
Oh.
song that I want to hear Crazy Bitch.
Oh my goodness, Cab played it over on D Live. See, just to tell the chat, when we went over to D Live, we had this new freedom with being able to play music and stuff like that. And this was early on. And I remember I was in a hangout with Lulu, and I was getting ready to do a live stream. And I was like, God, you got any good songs that maybe I should play tonight? And she told me about this song, Crazy Bitch. Now, I know this isn't, kid friendly, but, it's true. And I was like, Crazy Bitch, what is that? And she goes, well, in Canada, this is a big song in the bars. And I was like, a big song. And so anyway, I said, do you got a link? So she found the link on YouTube. She sent me a link in the Hangout, and I played it. And I was like, I was like this. I was like, I can't play that on my live stream. She's like, you gotta. That's one of my favorite songs. And I was like, oh, I was wrestling with it. And I played it. I said, all right, Lulu, I'm going to play it. And from there on forward, that was always, if she was in the chat, Lulu, this is for you. And you'd have to watch the video. That was her naughty side. But she convinced me to play that, and it became sort of a staple of the streams. Oh. Yeah, I played it, Tori. But that was her naughty side coming out.
Tina says, yes, Lulu turned me on to that song, Green Bay.
Oh. Now, what was funny? This morning, when I was watching the replay of Cab's stream, he played that song over on D Live on his memorial stream to Lulu. And I had it going. Me and my kid were working on his car in the garage here all morning. And I had that going, and he was over under the hood doing something. He started singing it. He knew that song. I was like, sorry, Jaden, sorry. It's a bad example.
I thought you were going to say you started twerking.
No,
she'd
no.
be proud.
You remember that, High of Truth? Oh, my goodness.
Yes, her dick pillows and poo pillows. Oh, God.
Oh, Lulu had this. She was all over the spectrum.
Oh, she had okay, so she was so proud of it. She ordered these 2 dick pillows. And it was shortly after she gave me that coloring book. And she got on a call with us. And I believe Tina was in that call in Davros. And she was like, look, and she's like, I've got a big one and I've got a small one. And she's like, we're gonna find a miniature one. And she wanted to have like a teeny tiny dick pillow, and then a medium one, and then a large one. And then we actually had found like a dick blanket, like it was like a sleeping bag. And we were trying to figure out how to buy it because there was no way for us to buy it in Canada.
Oh my goodness.
But it was like the bottom of it, you zipped yourself up in it, and it was like a sleeping bag, but the bottom where your feet go were like the testicles.
Oh
And then
jeepers.
the rest of it was like straight up. It was like the whole shaft. It was actually so funny. It was all knitted too. It was like
She just
all
had that naughty
knitted.
sense of humor. And you know another thing a lot of people don't know, she loved Marilyn Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
She just loved Marilyn Monroe for whatever reason. And Cab, I wasn't in the hangout when that happened, but he bought her a Marilyn Monroe doll and had it shipped to her. And he made sure she opened it in the hangout with him. I wasn't there in that hangout, but he said that the first thing she did was lifted up the skirt of Marilyn Monroe to see if she was anatomically correct. It was the funniest story. And then she put it
sounds
back in
about
its
right.
case. And oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh man, we shared some good times. It's funny when someone passes away, I start searching through my memory banks and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. And oh yeah, I remember that. And oh yeah, I remember that. And you just start remembering all these good memories.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
and
I
I
mean,
know some of you just got here. Just want to say it again. I'm honoring Lulu with this shirt. Live long and prosper. And you might think, what does a Star Trek shirt have to do with Lulu? She sent it to me for my birthday. She knew I loved Star Trek. She told me I got a little present I sent you in the mail, and when I got it, I couldn't believe it. So I've always taken care of this shirt. I've never burned a cigarette hole in it or anything. Not yet.
don't start tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, this was from Lulu. Channel 33 with Spongy. Thanks for stopping by. Oh my goodness. It's going to be a long time before we forget about Lulu. I know, that's impressive, Shelly. I've always washed it neat, nice, and sometimes I wear it out delivering. What is Sandra talking about with the chocolate?
She said, remember the chocolate D. She goes, I'm not going to say the full word, but remember that it melted.
Oh, I think I do remember that. I think I do. Oh my goodness. Well, I remember a few hangouts we'd be in, and I remember a few times I'd be in there, Cab would be in there, Fireman would be in there, Lulu would be in there, Megan would be in there, and Lulu and Fireman would start going back and forth. That's when we had the Google Hangouts. It was a lot easier, and they'd be sending memes back and forth, naughty memes, and they're just like, check that one out, check that one out. And we're just laughing our butts off. Some I'm just like, I'm doing this over my face, like, oh my goodness, you guys.
Well, she was in there for some of the most, I want to say the most, I don't want to say terrifying, but like there was things that we used to send in our chats, and you know this very well,
Yeah.
that never ever got aired ever.
Yeah, I know.
And she was in there for some. I don't know how she didn't need therapy, because even to this day, I'm convinced I need therapy from some of the shit that we've seen.
Oh my goodness.
But she was so easygoing. It was just so funny.
She was. Oh. Oh, my
Hey,
brother Cab.
what up, Cabby?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm alive. How you doing?
I'm alive. Ah,
I'm
That's
taking
good.
your advice, Cab. Instead of crying, we're laughing about the good times with Lulu.
ah. Hey, listen, I got a message from Lulu's husband and daughter, and they said we were there last night for your live stream, and we watched the whole thing. Thank you. So that made me feel good because I must have described Lulu correctly in the way that I saw her. I think we all saw her in our own special way, right? Each one of us had some sort of relationship with her, whatever capacity that may have been. And all of them were important to her. So, one thing I got to say is I'm a lucky guy that I got to meet such a pretty cool person. Yeah.
I watched the whole replay of your live stream this morning on D Live, and it put me into tears several times.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing, Cab.
I haven't made
I-
it that far yet.
I'm jealous that you were on D Live with it. You were able to actually play some of Lulu's videos. I can't do that on YouTube, but it just really brought back so many memories because I remember how excited she was just to put a video up, just a video to share her love of whether it was horses or just animals. And she knew it wasn't going to get a whole bunch of views or anything. She didn't care about that. She was just so. See, a lot of people don't know with Lulu, she was really trying to learn like editing and all that for videos. And she was starting to get really good at it, actually. She made some little animations that said LuLuLuvU, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And, oh,
You know, there was one thing that she mentioned. She started slowing down coming to the live streams, people's live streams, and there was a reason for it. And she said, "Ben, I can't handle the drama. I don't want to be a part of it." And there was a lot of drama. Let's
Oh yeah.
face it. I mean, we all had our fair hand in that kind of stuff. We really did.
Mm-hmm.
And because of her health, she didn't need to be around it because she said it didn't help.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. I agree with that until eventually she just really wasn't showing up anymore. At the end, uh, I got a message from her daughter, Shelby, and I said, I've been trying to get a hold of Lulu for weeks. Where the heck is she? And she said, well, she's been in the hospital, Ben. And Lulu let me know the couple days after she got out of the hospital that she had spent 61 days. 61 days in the hospital fighting for her life. She was put on oxygen and come down with COPD. And if you can imagine, almost every health condition that a person could possibly come down with, Lulu had it. And it was more than a year that this on off again marriage with the hospital was taking place. And a lot of us didn't even realize it. This woman was a fighter. She was a champion among champions. There's no doubt about it. If I could just have half the strength that she had to fight through everything that she fought through, I would like to have it.
yeah, I
No
wanted to
doubt.
say thank you, Davros, for coming by and celebrating Lulu's life. Thank you, Davros. Good to see you.
Like honestly, she was short. I used to make fun of her for being short. But but he was feisty, and I mean that I don't know how she lasted as long as she did with all that was going on. Because I remember when she first went in, and I was talking to her on the phone when she was in the hospital. Then the very first time, and off and on, throughout the time. And I knew about the not going to streams and that she had told me. But she would sneak in and she would do what a lot of us do and creep out the stream and not say a word. And then she'd go back and relax and do her own thing. But I hadn't heard from her since I talked to her before Christmas, and that was the last I had heard from her. And it was near the end. It was getting harder for her to even type. Like the messages weren't coming out
They
where
were
you could
coming a lot
understand it.
slower.
Yeah, a lot
And
slower, a lot harder to read, and it was
it
just
was hard for
heartbreaking.
me too because she was so private about it. She's like, "Don't tell anyone, Wacky. Don't tell anyone I'm in the hospital. Don't, and I
Yeah.
respected that. I wouldn't bring it up on panels or anything. People would ask, "Where's Lulu?" And it was just like, "Oh, she's just kind of busy and kind of." It was hard because I knew what she was going through. But whatever she wanted is, I respected that.
It's hard not to ask for prayers for someone that you care about, right?
We would talk about Lulu had a specific people that she liked to hang around for years. And in that group of people, um, you become close friends. I mean, and it turns into a family kind of thing. It's no longer friendship, it's we're family.
Yeah.
And family, there's a test of how strong you are family oriented. I'm serious, really are. But there was one thing that would go around the group, and it was like when the first person passed away over at YouTube some years ago, it was like, God, you know what? One day that's going to happen to one of us. And so we'd pass around the group, God, how are we going to handle this situation if one of us pass away? It's not going to be an easy thing to deal with. And out of the group, Lulu was the first one to go. And I would have never guessed that. I figured it was probably going to be me, um, be the oldest and have the problems that I got. I'd probably go first. And I was hoping that it would be that way because damn it, the last thing you want to see is to see the person that you love so much pass away before yourself. And I'm being greedy, okay? I'm being greedy about that. I don't want none of my best friends to pass away before me. I want to go before them. But we can't. We have no choice in life. None of us have that choice and authority. Whoever's going to pass is going to pass. And we just got to accept it. That's just the way it is.
I just wanted to say hello to Jenny Marseth. She will be missed. And I wanted to read Davros' comment. It says, Lulu was a lot of fun to be around. Never a dull moment. Spending hours and days searching for Dick stuff on Amazon. I mean, Lulu did have her naughty side, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
I was saying on my live stream last night, Lulu was strange, okay? She was from another fucking planet, I swear to God. But she would share with all of us her animals, okay? Through video on YouTube. And she had rats, and she had gerbils, and she had ferrets, and she had dogs, even a rabbit, okay? Birds, okay? She had it all.
Oh, I forgot about her lovebirds.
I told you, the chickens. We always called them chickens.
Oh, see, that's what you start remembering someone. I forgot that. And her lovebirds.
Yeah.
I'd be in a hangout with Lulu, and her bird would land on her head. And I'd be like, Lulu, did he just poop on you? And she's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, the thing is,
I forgot about the lovebirds.
she would let all of us know that one of her pets would pass away. Okay, she's
Oh.
very strong in all of those all those pets that pass away. She took it very strong, and she'd get another darn ferret or she'd get another darn rat.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, I need to stop doing this. I need to stop. I'm not going to get any more, Ben. And before you know it, she got another damn rat. She got another damn ferret.
Well, I remember she got a guinea pig, and I'd like, where'd you get the guinea pig? And she's like, I just got him.
Well,
I
her
remember
backyard was like the pet cemetery. Okay. I said, where are you burying all these pets? She says, in the backyard. And she said, well, I'll tell you what. One Christmas, I'm going to dig them all up and I'm going to stuff them. I'm going to send them to you, Cab, and you can hang them from your Christmas tree.
I remember being on a call with her after one of her pets had passed, and it was a couple days after. And she literally turned around. She's like, I'm like, what are you up to? And she's like, oh, I'm online. And I'm like, oh, okay. What are you doing? I'm like, you on Amazon again? Because that was like her favorite thing in the world to do was Amazon.
Oh, she loved it.
And
Yes.
she's like, no,
Loved
she goes,
it.
I'm looking for pets. And then she's like, what do you think of these birds? And I'm like the horrible influence. I'm like, oh, you should totally go for it. You know? And she's like, Cab's gonna kill me.
Oh, you're the one.
And I'm like, do it anyway.
I wanted to say hi to Thomas Jordan. Thanks for coming by, showing your respects. Thanks for being here, Thomas. Well, see, with me, when she was on Amazon, I was always the tech guy. She'd be like, I'm thinking of getting a new laptop computer. What do you think of this one? What do you think of that one? And I felt I was so on the spot because I was like, oh, you're getting ready to drop $1,000 on a laptop. I better help you pick a good one.
That's one thing that you could predict about her. When she would come up on panel and be quiet, okay, she had the softest voice out of all of us, okay? So when you get the chaotic group up on a panel, Lulu would try to say something no one would hear. So I'd say, Lulu, do you have anything to say? And in a little tiny cute voice, she would say something, right? So I said, I know why you're quiet. And I know why you're quiet 75% of the time. And she said, why? I said, because you're looking at Amazon. That's why you're not even paying attention to the people on the panel.
She was always on Amazon.
Yes.
Every day.
I wish this is a couple dreams that never got realized, but a lot of people don't know this. I wish they would have done it, but Lulu and Megan were going to start a new series, Girl Talk, Real Girl Talk. I forget what they were going to call it. And we'd be in the hangouts and they'd be talking about some of the stuff they were going to talk about. And I'm like, we were trying to talk them both into doing it. They never did it. But that would have been, I wish she would have done that. And we talked about doing a live stream for years. We were going to do one on whether pets go to heaven or not. And we never did that. And I wish we would have. We always were like, Lulu, we got to do that live stream. Yeah, we got to do that. And we never did. And
Let me tell you something. So I would be doing my serious live streams here on YouTube, okay? And I mean, I got pretty serious at times because I was doing a series called I Want to Hear Your Inspirational Story. And this was years ago. And I would invite people up on the panel and they would share their stories. And it was actually pretty interesting. You got to find out about people and the stuff that they went through in their lives and how they champion through it. Well, one thing that Lulu liked to do, which no one knew about, and thank God, because if they would see all the shit that she sent me while I was doing my live streams and being serious, you'd probably shit your pants. So there was this one particular time, I mean, I've got tears in my eyes because someone's sharing their inspirational story with us, okay? A lot of people were tearing up. And what does she do? Now, she was a great moderator for my streams, okay? But unbeknownst to all of you out there that were watching those particular live streams, she sent me a picture of a fucking big black dildo and said, have you seen this dick before? Oh, my God. These are the kind of things that she would do, send pictures of everything adult oriented to try to take me off my game. Okay. That's the kind of person she was.
She would do that to me some live streams. It'd be a little more serious topic or something, and she'd be cracking these jokes in the hangout to me privately. So I'm sitting there, whether it was some drama going on or something, and she's sending me, trying to just lighten my mood behind the scenes, you know. We had these private hangout things going while we're doing these live streams. Oh my goodness.
I've got a whole hangout between her and I of just memes, and they're dirty memes. And it's all stuff from when I was live, and she'd be like, "Oh, you gotta send this one to Ghost. You gotta send this one to Davros." She's like, "Show Tina this one." And I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, I'm in the middle of a stream, and I really wish that I could show this on stream because it's fucking hilarious. But showing it would get me kicked off.
Thomas Jordan says, "Cab, she helped me. She
Helped
helped a lot of people."
people. Yeah, she sure did.
Yeah.
You know, there's a story that I shared yesterday during my stream.
The Saw.
And it was a very unique story because Lulu didn't have really money for herself. Her husband was the breadwinner in the family, okay? And whatever she needed, her husband would get it for her. He wasn't rich by no means, but he made the bills, okay? And a little extra would go her way to help her out with whatever she needed. Well, this one guy over on YouTube had all his tools stolen from him, from his trailer. He had a trailer on his property. Someone broke into it and stole all the tools from it. Now, the guy, what he did was to help veterans, and he'd help out kids by making wooden toys. And for Christmas time, he'd give them away for free to kids that didn't have toys. So it was a very special story and a very special person indeed. Well, his saw was stolen, a table saw, and that was the most expensive part of the tools. Well, Lulu said, "Ben, how much is a table saw?" I said, "Well, I'm starting probably around $100 or better, I suppose." And I said, "You can't afford that." She said, "Yeah, I know I can. I wish I could help him, though." I said, "Well, get him something smaller." Well, she ended up buying a new table saw for this guy. I couldn't believe it. And that's the type of person that she was. She would go out of her way to help out anyone in the community. And I mean, there was a lot of people that were in need in our community over the years. Well, guess what? Lulu had her hand in all of those. She really didn't. And whatever capacity it was, she was there to give a couple bucks.
She helped so many people behind the scenes, and she always was like, "Don't say anything, don't tell anyone."
Yeah.
And no one even knew that she was doing. I mean, sometimes she'd put herself into debt, you know, on credit cards, whatever it took. And she never wanted any. She just didn't. She just wanted to do it out of her heart. She didn't want any attention drawn to it. She didn't want any praise for it. She just did it.
Well, she used to have before her arthritis got bad, she was doing all the crafting and that, and she used to make jewelry. And she had totes and totes and totes and totes of just a whole bunch of like jewelry pieces, charms, things like that, right? And her and I were on a call the one day, and she's like, "I don't know what to do with these," and she wanted to ship them over to me, and I was like, "Do you know how much that is going to cost to ship?" I was like, "That's way too much." So we sat on the phone, and her and I talked about it, and she ended up she told me there was a woman shelter in her area. So I called the woman shelter and got the information for her, and she ended up donating all of her crafting stuff to them.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I learned something from your live stream, Cab. Even as long as I knew Lulu, I didn't know about it. I never saw those horsehair bracelets.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
They were
you know what?
beautiful.
And
I didn't even know she made. I saw other crafts that she made because she'd take me on little tours of her crafting room. Look what I just made. Look what I made.
She was a very crafty kind of gal. But let me tell you, those horsehair ones. And you know, the way her hands were, and a lot of people didn't know this, but her hands were curved inwards. And as the time passed, they got worse. Okay, so this is basically what you're looking at. Okay, this is what she worked with, and she was able to type. Okay, in the chat, she was able to get those bad people, the trolls in the chats with this, not with this. Okay, she worked with what she had, and a lot of people didn't know about that. But if you can imagine the crafts that she created with her hands, just like this. And her husband, when it came to the really small, fine, detailed work, he would be there to help her out. So he was also a part of her crafting.
Davro said we had to keep the 7 words from Lulu.
She embraced them.
She loved those words.
I was gonna say, some point she really enjoyed those words.
Before you were up on the panel, though, Cab, before you came up, I was telling the story. Lulu would still keep me in check. We'd be doing some late night insomniac theaters that were getting kind of naughty, a real adult like, and I'd get these private messages from Lulu like, okay, you guys got to tone it down. You're getting too carried away. So I'm getting these private messages like, yeah. I hear you, Lulu. I hear you. You know, even though she had her naughty side, she had limits.
I don't know if it was so much her limits, but she
maybe
knew,
more my limits because she's
that was the thing. Like, she knew how each one of us ran our streams,
right?
So she knew if you were crossing a limit for your stream, she would step in.
Maybe that's a better way.
You know what I mean? Because I never got none of it. She never put a limit on me. She was like, "Go for it."
I'm going to tell you this much. There is 2 words that she would call me, and she called me these 2 words more than any other person on this planet that knows me. And it was her favorite 2 words to call me. I didn't know what the fuck they meant until I found out that they were Canadian. Okay? Ass hat. She would always call me ass hat. I was no longer Cab 7. I was ass hat.
Davro said she pushed his, especially when she learned how much I hate the whole daddy thing. She used to go in there, she'd be like, "Daddy Davros." He's like, "Oh God." Like I said, she adapted depending on what stream she was in and what the stream was about. She adapted.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, I remember at one point she was a moderator on I think 50 channels or something.
A lot of them.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Yeah.
She was top moderator, you know.
She was always going.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was spanking down, slap down. And she took a lot of heat for that sometimes when the drama came our way.
Oh yeah, there's some people out there that hated on her, and she'd let me know about it. And but that didn't prevent her from doing what she told us she would do for us, and that's become a moderator and do a moderator's job. And you know, it's, you look back at the people that have moderated for our live streams and have busted a hump to keep our places safe, you know, and at least half decent. And how can you not feel guilty? You know, you wish you could give them something or pay them or something, because most people in their right mind would not moderate for a streamer, you know, that gets lots of trolls and lots of hate. I mean, that's the last thing you want to do. You want to stay away from a place like that. But there are some moderators out there that do. They believe in you that much. And no matter what hell you go through, they're going to go through it with you. They're going to have your back. And Lulu was a person, as a moderator and as a friend, that always had your back.
Yep.
Thomas Jordan, she was the best.
I know she took a lot of heat for hanging around me. That's for damn sure. But then again, most of you guys take heat for hanging around me. Sorry.
We should have that burnt into wood.
Right?
She was loyal though. She was loyal.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
definitely.
Well, look at it. It only makes sense. You know, the people that she called friend or fam and how she took care of each one of us. Okay.
Yeah.
It only makes sense. Look at all the animals that she took care of. She was that kind of person, a mom kind of like figure, a big sister or grandma kind of figure to a lot of us.
Well, I used to be in some hangouts with her when I used to baby or hamster sit Haley's hamster, and I'd have Humphrey up, Lulu, he's here, and we'd be laughing. I'd be showing her Humphrey, and he'd be walking on me because she loved rats and smaller critters like that, and it's funny because I wish I could play it, but I can't. But I mentioned this the other day. That video she made of her ferret, Archie, who stole the headphones.
Why can't, well,
That
let
is
me
the
ask you, why
funniest
can't you
video.
play? Why can't you play her videos here?
It's YouTube, and you might get copyright strikes for playing other channels' videos. I don't want
When
to.
did that start? I can understand if it's music, but if there's no music involved, what
She has
what started
music
that?
on her videos.
Yeah, but it's not. All it is like a piano or a horn
Yeah.
or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Did anyone put a link out there for her channel?
Oh,
And then
no.
other people can look at her channel. For those that may not have known her that well, her channel is full of animals
All
and
about
the love of
animals.
animals, okay? From ferrets to dogs, okay? And these are things that kids would really like. And just the way she edited these videos, it draws you in, okay? And you can't help but smile, okay? Because they're all a lot of fun and it's all positive. There's nothing negative about it at all.
Yeah, that little banner I have showing on the screen right now above us, we made that together one night. It took hours, and she's like, I think I want some seagulls, and I had to green or crop out. That's Archie, those are really her animals. The little mouse there and the guinea pig. I forget the white guinea pig's name. I can't remember what their name was, but those were really three of her favorite animals that she actually had. Thanks, Jojo, for putting that out there.
You're welcome.
But yeah, Archie the ferret, when he stole the headphones and he ducks into this little crevice under the table with him and just sucks them in. The first time I saw that, I was like, Lulu, that video should be viral. It is so damn funny.
If I'm not mistaken, she put some of those videos up on TikTok too.
She probably may have, yeah, she may have.
She was
I don't think she got many of them up on TikTok, but she was testing the waters.
Yeah, yeah.
She was so proud of herself, and I was proud of her too. She was starting to get so much better with video editing. She was experimenting with it and she was adding music and making little animated clips and oh, Marika, I'm so sorry for your loss. I know she meant so much to you guys and many others. May her soul rest in peace. Thank you, Marika. Thanks for dropping by. We're just trying to remember all the good times. Spent past day crying so much. It's kind of nice to just remember those funny memories.
Kind of nice to be able to smile about it. Well, not about the passing, but about her. You know, who she was. I don't think she would want us sitting here crying and, she'd be like, what's wrong with you? She'd find a way to cheer us up, but it's kind of hard to be cheerful when you know you're going to miss them.
Yeah, that's a big void right there. I mean, to each one of us, we've got people that we can say are very important to us, or they are the most important people, the ones that influence us the most and touch our emotions. Okay, each one of us have that kind of person or persons in our life, and Lulu for me was one of those people, and it is a huge void, and there's nothing that can fill that. And but you're right, Jojo. You know, she wouldn't want us to think about the sad times. And it's all about celebrating of life. And that's the way it should be. We celebrate a person's life and don't ever let that spirit die. Let it always be a part of you.
Well, I don't think that we need to fill a void. You know, when you lose someone, you're meant to feel it when they're close to you. You know, I don't think the void ever needs to be filled per se because nothing's replaceable.
But
I
no,
think
you're right. Yeah.
I think it's just something you learn to live with.
Yeah.
We joked around. I always thought at some point that I'd make it to Canada to visit Lulu. I really did. I
You
mean, it
know
never
what?
worked out. I mean, Canada got kind of clamped down, but
God, right?
I did. I actually had a trip planned. I bought 2 nights at the, I think it was the Red Roof Inn. And I was just weeks away from, about 2 weeks away from, driving up to her place. And I said, you know what? It's about damn time because it's about 3 years in of knowing each other. Out of the 6 years we did know each other, I said it's time that we should meet. So I'm going to get a motel, which I did. But something came up. Some drama came up in our community, and that changed things. And it was the one and only time uh, that I felt like I needed to really meet her. And I never thought about it. I never looked back at it again. I don't know what it was, and I don't want to remember what it was, but it did change things. And maybe as I look at it now, maybe it was meant to be that way, right? Maybe I only needed to know Lulu through the internet and not meet her physically.
hey, Kentucky girl, thanks for coming by.
I know.
We're just
Brian and
reflecting
I-
on the passing of our good sister, LuLuLuvU.
Brian and I were gonna take the kids, well, at least Falcon, to go see Lulu, and then COVID hit, and they did the lockdowns, and
Oh,
so then we were
yeah.
like, okay, well, after the
Yeah.
lockdowns, and then at Christmas, she's like, you guys gotta come up this summer, and we were planning to come up, well, go over and see her because she's only a couple provinces over from where I am, you know. And we were planning on, and we were all amped up to go finally, and then the news came in yesterday, and it was like, wow.
Well, we're all guilty of this. We always think we have all this extra time.
Well, and
know-
we wasted on trivial stuff.
Yeah. But you always think you have all the time in the world.
Well, you do until the world takes that time away.
Well, kinda, yeah.
You know, the thing that's really strange is, I've been on YouTube for 10 years, okay, which is a fair piece of time. And in all that time, I really never heard about deaths, about people dying in the community, okay? A lot of us have been around for a long time. And it's just nothing that was really been brought up until just recently. And I don't know what happened in 2023, but 2023, it really kind of sucked because we lost Axe Truth over at D Live. Joy Sumter, we lost her. Steve B over in the UK. Sty North, we lost him. And we lost Karen's Sent Me Flaccid over on D Live. And we thought, I hope that 2024 is going to be better, but it hasn't changed because it keeps going on. And as of 2024, we lost Dougie West, and then we lost LuLuLuvU. So it's like the older we're getting, the more people are dying, and it's terribly sad. It's a hard thing to go through, but I don't think 2024 is going to be any better than what 2023 presented to us.
Yeah, we
I
also, I don't think it was 2023, maybe a little bit longer, but we lost Brenda G and we lost Donna Shaw.
Brenda G and Donna Shaw, yeah.
Yeah.
But this one really hit home. I mean, this one really hit home.
I think we're hearing more and more about death just because of what we have gone through from 2020 all the way to now. You know what I mean? It's everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go, you're going to hear about death. But since then, we all became like, we all spread out. We went through the drama crap that went on. Excuse my French, whatever.
No.
But we went through the drama. We drifted apart. We went back together. We drifted apart again, and then we started losing people, like losing people to death. And I think that for us just opened our eyes and made our circles a lot smaller. So now when something does happen, we all know about it instantly. Just
Well,
because
not
it
that it
is
only
such
make our
close.
circle smaller, but it made our circle stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, now we actually keep tabs on each other. Like Green Bay and Cab, we would talk like in passing. You know what I mean? Like there was times we'd get in calls and whatever. But now it's like, for me anyways, I go out of my way to at least message, and I know Green Bay goes out of his way to message and see how I'm doing. Like we kind of keep tabs even if it's not an everyday thing. It's just how you doing, how you feeling, how's the family, everything good,
Yeah,
and then we're on our way.
I kind of realize that I probably haven't even done that enough. And it doesn't take much to just send a message, hey, how you doing?
Well, no, but then we all get wrapped up in conversation, and we're all still trying to live our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we've all had our different battles that we've been going through.
Yeah.
One thing that Lulu was good at, and I got to say, women are good at this compared to guys, and it's a fact. But Lulu was specifically good at it. She knew whose birthday was going to be next. And Ben, have you went over and wished them a happy birthday? Oh, I didn't even know it was their birthday. Well, you better get over there and wish them a happy birthday. She knew anniversaries of people in the community. She was so good at that kind of stuff. And that just tells you what kind of person she was, that was important to her, people's birthdays and anniversaries. And get over there and wish them some happiness and joy,
Mm-hmm.
Me and Lulu had this thing up until she went into the hospital so much the last year. When we would message each other, we talked every day, every single day, every day. And our thing was always morning. That's what I would say to her, or she'd say to me, morning, morning. And that would get some conversation going about something or another. But that was our little code word for just checking in and seeing how you're doing. It was morning. Just one word. That was always our thing.
I'll be honest with you. I'm one of those people that's not good at that. And I know there's a lot of us out there that fall in the same category as I do. And like JoJo was saying, we do get wrapped up in our lives and the chaos that it can present, right, in each one of our lives. And a lot of us don't know what's going on in each one of our lives. We don't, okay? We don't fill everyone in on every detail. And some of the stuff we, want to keep to ourselves because it might be that serious or that important, right? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I am one of those persons that have fallen to the wayside when it comes to saying hi to a friend. I've always said that when you have a friend, plan on having them for a lifetime. And if you plan on having them for a lifetime, treat them like gold.
Story Dory says, you learn in life to never ask what else can go wrong. The universe is only too happy to answer that question.
Yeah, and it's never a good answer.
I wanted to say hi to Cold 49ers and Noble Archive. Thanks for coming through and paying some respects to Lulu.
Who's Noble Archive? Why does that sound familiar?
Well, they just said hello to you in the chat.
I know. Noble Archive, I apologize. But your name sounds so familiar. I don't remember who you are. God, that sounds familiar. I don't get over to YouTube. It's been about 3-4 months since I've been over here at YouTube. But God, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I wanted to do a memorial to Lulu over here because this is where we all came from.
Well, yeah, no, and I'm glad that you did because there's a lot of people I'm looking at in the chat that weren't over there at DLive, right?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, there are some people on YouTube that put it right out there. They said, you know what? I don't want to join another website. I'm happy at YouTube. I don't plan on joining another platform, which is cool. I mean, that's fine.
I just, with you, Lulu having her YouTube channel over here, and
Noble
this is where we all grew up. This just seemed to me appropriate for a remembrance. And I keep mentioning this to the chat because new people keep coming in. This is
Noble. Oh, Noble.
what?
Oh, man. Oh, brother, it's been a long fucking time. I met him in Michigan. I went to his house.
Oh,
Oh, my God. Noble. Brother, that guy's been through so much. That guy right there. Oh my God. I apologize. Your name sounded familiar, and I knew that name, but I went to his channel and looked, and it's like, oh my God, I know Noble. Oh man, it's so good to see you. Fuck. That's the amazing thing about social media is, and each one of us have had this has happened to each one of us. We get to know someone, right? And then all of a sudden they fall away and they're gone for 6 months or they're gone for a year, maybe even 2 years. And then one day we're having a live stream and there they are. They come back. It's like, oh my God, what happened to you? Where have you been? What's been going on? And it's kind of like a little family reunion, It just surprises the hell out of you. Wow, Noble Archive. My God, man. I've known him for about 7 years.
man, that time just flies by.
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn, you're one that comes and goes. Yeah, you sure are. But you know what? You've been what's the word? You've been consistent.
It happens. It happens. I mean,
yeah.
I remember that one live stream you and me were doing. I think it was on YouTube, and there was someone in the chat. Don't you remember me? And we, for the life of us, just could not remember that channel.
She got so upset, that gal.
Oh, she got just. Oh, it was like it's nothing personal. We just, for some reason,
Didn't know who she was.
Can't put our finger on your channel.
She got so upset she left and said, I'm not coming back. Oh my God, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Fighting Spirit, Robert, how you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Lit out Tamara, thanks for coming through the stream. We're just
Hey, Tamara.
We're just remembering Lulu.
Yeah.
Aniki says me too. I come and go, but I still love you guys.
Yeah, Nanaki's another one that comes and goes.
She can't leave permanently.
I
because
hugged Aniki.
She lives
in real
she
life.
lives on
I
my
gave her a
butt.
hug.
Aniki owns land on my butt, which, by the way, Aniki is shrinking at a rapid pace. I'm just saying.
You know what? I'm not shy to say this because it takes a certain kind of person to be a panel whore. Okay. And Aniki was one of them. She was a panel whore. Okay. That's a fact. And she knows it. Just like me, just like Boomer, just like Green Bay. Okay. We liked being on panels. And it's a lot of fun hanging out with your friends.
Yeah.
Well, I think being on a panel versus running the live stream, then you're just more laid back because you're like, hey, it's their channel. If something goes wrong, it's on them. Yeah, I just remembered a live stream me and Lulu did. I think it was on parenting. Children or something. I'm going to have to look back through my live streams to see the ones that I did with Lulu.
That's right, Aniki. That's right, girl. I'll never forget. I know this is about Lulu, but since Aniki is out there, I'll never forget this one particular live stream. She said the roof is caving in. And I'm going, what the hell are you talking about, girl? And it was an apartment that she was living in. The freaking ceiling was coming down on her. And she showed, do you remember that?
Yep. I remember
Holy
that.
crap. I mean, there are certain live streams and certain events that take place over the years that you just don't forget about. I mean, how often do our roofs cave in or start falling down on us? Okay. Well,
Oh yeah,
Aniki was one of those people that experienced that shit.
I
Yep.
remember that. At the
Yeah.
apartment, the
Yes.
ceiling fell down.
Yeah, she says my garage roof fell in the house. Or
Yeah.
fell in this house.
Oh my God.
I think she's talking about the one she's living in now.
Oh, okay.
God damn, what is with you and finding places that roofs cave in? Aniki, stop doing that, man. One of these days.
Oh, Cold 49er, I roll my own cigarettes. It's the good stuff.
Unfortunately, it is 11 o'clock here and I do have to get to bed.
Oh man.
Well, I've got to get up with Falcon, right? He's got school tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Family
gotta-
comes first. I
I
get
gotta
it.
do
That's
the
all
mom
right,
thing.
JoJo.
Yeah.
We relived a lot of good memories with Lulu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got tons more in my bank, but I want to save those. Some personal stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, thanks for coming up and sharing
Well,
the stories. And
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for coming up, JoJo.
Yeah.
well, I
I'm
know
gonna go
you
to
and
bed
Lulu
and take
were-
my angel with me that she sent me.
Oh.
But she's actually my angel that she sent was right beside me when we started this stream. Well, when Dave started the stream. And then I had Brian take her back out. She sits in my window above my kitchen sink.
Okay, that's it. We're going to compare angels right the hell now.
Oh no.
Oh, but my camera's not working.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna take a picture of mine.
Okay, take a picture. Well, listen, I'm going to brag about this little tiny angel. It's only about an inch tall. And it came in this little satchel right here. Okay, this little velvet satchel. So to let y'all know, JoJo has opened up a store where you can go in and you can buy some pretty cool things, okay? But I went through and I looked at the stuff that she had for sale, and there was this angel, a purple one. And I went, oh my God, that's my mom's favorite color. And my mom collected angels when she was alive. And so from JoJo Walker's website, okay, her store, this is what I bought right here. And I carry it on my person every day of my life. Just a reminder of my mom who passed away so many years ago. Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna send you a picture on Hangouts and you can show it on here.
okay.
It's
that'll work.
I promise it's tasteful. It's not like
Okay.
nothing. It's not like the dick coloring book she sent me. This one's actually family friendly. Let's see.
I just want to let me see if this pops up. I just
That's what
want
she
to
said.
remind people of Lulu's YouTube channel there.
Well, I've been dropping the link. I just didn't know how often you wanted me to drop it. No, it's not the dirty grandma pic. That wasn't from Lulu. That was a gift from me. You're welcome, Davros.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna show this. It's beautiful. Friends are my gifts to always treasure, and ain't that the truth? So this is what JoJo Walker got from LuLuLuvU. Okay, check it out. It's beautiful. Look at that. That's gorgeous.
That's what she sent me for my birthday.
Wow,
Lulu sent you that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
it's beautiful.
What does
Yeah,
it say on there? Friends are gifts to always,
to
treasure.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
She sits in my kitchen and above my sink. Right in the
good
window.
place. Good place.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice.
I think tonight she can sleep upstairs. That's right. I talk about my objects as if they were living, okay?
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I need friends. No one else really likes me, so you know.
Get out of town.
But thank you for having me.
Well, you get some
Sorry, it
rest,
was
Jojo.
under this kind of circumstance, but
Well, a lot of new. You have a good night. I'm just gonna show the chat one more time. This is my cheesehead fedora. That was sent to me by Lulu as a gift, and so my cheesehead fedora was from Lulu. So to be cherished. It's a good memory.
Yeah.
That was for my birthday.
oh, hold on, I gotta send you the very first page, Cad,
Okay.
of the book.
Of the book?
Of the book. So she gave me a coloring book.
Oh, okay.
Well, she gave me two. One's a swear word one, and this one is a Tiny Dick coloring book.
Okay. You want me to show it?
No.
No,
no. No. No.
That's right. This is a Dave live stream. If it were mine, I'd be showing it.
Right? Even I was like, no, not here. I'll even send it to Green Bay. So kind of thing. That's what I've been coloring. I started coloring it the night before, and then the night before she had passed, I started coloring it. Davros is like, oh my god, the coloring book. It even comes with little cutout puppets. I'm just saying.
The Big Adventures of Tiny Dick.
Oh,
Yep.
You don't have to be big to do great things.
Oh, jeepers.
Wow.
Wow.
That's cool.
That was
I would
from-
recommend that to anybody, okay?
Oh.
Right? It's oh my god. I gotta tell you a funny story though first before I go. So I had just found that book and I've had it for 2 years. She gave it to me like 2 years ago, the same time that she gave Brian. Well, Brian got his first. It was cat buttholes to color. But anyways, and the swear word one came at the same time too. But my daughter, I had just refound the Tiny Dick coloring book, and my daughter was over on the weekend, and she's like, Mom, she's like, what is that? And I said, it's a coloring book, and then she's like, is it now? And she lifts it up. She goes, I don't think I'm supposed to be seeing this. And I'm like, why are you even touching it? And she's like, because it's funny. And I'm like, oh my God, you are my kid. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to get going. I gotta go do the mom thing. But
Go do
Okay.
the mom
Well, hey,
thing.
how's the schooling going? Is that still in progress or are we almost done?
So I'm sitting with 3.9 GPA.
Woo, you go, girl. Wow.
But right now my graduation's on hold. So I was supposed to
Okay.
graduate February 2nd.
Okay.
But they want to do you guys know I've had some health issues.
Yes. Yeah.
So I had the bypass surgery already.
Okay.
And I'm down 70 pounds there the last time they weighed me, which was last week.
Oh my God, I can't imagine. Oh, fuck.
And then now I'm seeing a specialist for my sinuses and adenoids. They want to remove those.
Okay.
So and I'm dealing with a counselor right now for some other stuff like to do with the bypass surgery. So everything's on hold right now, but I should be done by, I want to say, just before June. So I've got an extension on my stuff, but other than that, it's just the internship. So
in other words, you're having an overhaul, okay, of the whole body, okay?
Yep, mind, soul, body, everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's cool.
So
Wow.
She's gonna be a lean, mean fighting machine.
I've got to go for an X-ray. Hopefully I can get in tomorrow for my knee because it's pretty jacked up.
Oh yeah.
It's been jacked up for a while though. That's Brian's fault.
Right, that's fine with me.
That's Brian's fault from a couple of years ago. That's what you get for not salting the walkway, Brian. But yeah. No, I'll be totally different. I keep saying I'm gonna come back. I keep trying to come back. I was gonna go live the day of the surgery. I wasn't able to. The hospital was like, no live streaming. I'm like, of course not. Why? And then when I came out, I was so out of it that I was not awake for like a good couple hours. I was out cold.
Oh.
But yeah.
You are, hey, wait a second. You are one of those type of people, Jojo, that doesn't take no for an answer. You just kind of roll over it like a locomotive, okay?
I tried, but they took my phone.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I can take no for an answer when they take my phone. I need the
Yeah.
device. I will, Aniki. I will harass you later. I'm probably gonna lay up in bed anyway and watch the stream from upstairs. So I'll probably be
We know
up
you
a
will.
little bit.
We know you
Probably.
will.
Brian's got the TV on upstairs, so
Yeah.
I'll probably be watching the
Tell
stream
Brian,
on the phone.
tell Brian I said hi, okay?
I will.
Yeah, tell
Hope he's
Brian
doing
hi,
well.
and thanks again for the good memories of our sister Lulu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, thanks. I enjoyed talking about it.
She won't be forgotten.
God no.
Sure.
I've been really quiet because I'm trying not to cry. Because I don't like to cry. And two, once I get started, it doesn't stop. And I'm one of those really ugly criers. Thank God my camera's broken. But you know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't really want it's hard to speak sometimes. It's like Green Bay. He's choking it back and Cab's choking it back. I can't once I get started, I can't choke it back.
Hey,
Oh.
I'm the one that sits out in the front row at a funeral home with a black veil over my head. Ah! Okay, I admit it.
I don't know why I get this image of you just throwing yourself under the casket with that black veil on your face.
And I would probably do something like that too, okay?
That's okay though. Everybody has their outlet.
Yeah.
I'm so used to like going to a dark, quiet place and just sitting there and crying by myself. It's just easier for me.
Hey, I get it. I get it.
It's that German household. We don't cry in this house. That's what I was raised with. What are you crying for? I'll give you something to cry about.
Oh my God, that's what my dad would say all the time. Jeez.
My mother was famous for saying that to me. And I was,
Oh,
so
you
it's
better
like,
stop your damn crying. I'll give you something to cry about.
yep, yep.
Yeah, I've suffered a lot of crying in the past day and a half.
I wait until everybody goes to sleep and then I cry myself to sleep.
Marika, you're exactly right. It is healing. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was crying watching your replay this morning, Ben.
That was not an easy live stream to do. It really wasn't. And I didn't know the whole time that Shelby and Richard were watching that, and it just made me feel good when they let me know that, hey, they appreciated what was done. So,
I don't think there's any real words to cover who she is because she was a little bit of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She could fit in pretty much anywhere, and there's
Yeah.
no real words to sum her up. Like you don't have enough time in the day.
Yeah.
She's gonna be missed.
She is. She already
know,
is
and-
missed.
Big hole in my heart.
The things that she's went through physically, the physical pain of things. I mean, she would let me know how painful her life was. I mean, literally painful. And the only reprieve she would get is I can't remember what the medication was, and sleeping.
Yeah.
That was the only time that she got reprieve, and it wasn't much.
No.
Okay, the sleep was not deep. It was just enough to give her just a little bit of reprieve. And then I hear the stories of some people on the internet that come into chats and they talk about, the soreness of this and the soreness of that. It's like, you know what? You haven't met my friend, LuLuLuvU. And after she tells you her story, your pain ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And we know people that are like that,
Yeah.
right? That come in and try to be dramatic and say that their
Yeah.
life is so bad.
I think what people need to realize is no matter how bad you think you have it, there's always someone worse.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not that it's meant to be a competition. It's
Right.
fact.
Right.
It's fact.
Yeah.
Your life could always be worse. Not that I'm saying I want anyone's life to get worse, but it could be worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's some people that are at the worst, and even they still say, "Look, it could still get worse." Lulu was one of those people. I remember saying this. She's like, "It's bad." She's like, "It could always get worse," and she's like, "It's as bad as it could be." But it still could get worse. I'm like, you need to stop saying that. I'm like,
You know what? She would even say that about other people. With
Yeah.
everything that she was going through, she would even say that. She'd say, I really feel sorry for that person.
yeah,
She said, I'm thankful that I'm going through what I'm going through. I would hate to go through what they're going through. It's like, Lulu, are you serious?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, she had a great big heart for people.
I mean, I think the reason she would say that is because to her, she knows how to handle her battle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And it's like the battle that I'm going through, or any battles that you guys go through, you know how to handle yours. I know how to handle mine. If roles were reversed, we would have no fucking clue. You
Yeah.
wouldn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
Because you've never had to. But you live and you learn. But I'm gonna hop off here now, guys, and go stalk you from my bed. That sounds
All
weird.
right, we'll
doesn't
get
it?
some rest. Go do the mom thing.
Yeah.
This is a thing. Let me just share this before she hops off the panel. There's one thing that I've noticed about JoJo Walker, and there's a couple people that do the same thing. It's always the long goodbye. Okay, the first goodbye is not enough. Okay, something else is going to come up that's really important. Okay, hold on before I leave. I got to share this. Okay.
No, it's because you keep saying things, and then I have to answer.
I know.
And
He's
you-
like
see,
he's
he
like an
does it on
infomercial,
purpose,
JoJo.
right?
He's
He
like,
does it
but
on
wait,
purpose.
but wait, there's more.
Right?
But wait,
That's
there's
because I don't
more.
want people to leave. Damn it. That's why.
But it's Cab's way of saying, no, not yet. Not yet.
That's right. Yeah.
And he's like, do you remember? And then you have no choice but to answer, because if you don't answer, you're
yes.
a
Yeah.
dick. And you're like, well, no, I gotta go. And then you really are the dick because you left. So now you have no choice but to take the bait.
Well, you have a good night, JoJo.
You too, guys.
Take
All
care,
right.
JoJo.
Take care.
Yeah.
And over 50 and fantabulous, thanks for dropping by.
Over 50? Oh my God. How are you doing? Wow. That's a really cool person right there. Okay.
And I think Sandra said she's
Wow.
checking out. Thanks for coming.
All right, Sandra, you take care. Oh my goodness. Over 50. How are you doing? Wow. Every time I come back over to YouTube, this is what happens. Noble Archive, who I haven't seen in years, at least 3 years. There he is. And then you got over 50 and fantabulous out there. Wow. These are really cool people. Oh man.
Man, this is just kind of like JoJo said, you think you're in a dream and you're going to wake up. I mean, I just keep thinking I'm never going to be able to talk to Lulu again.
Well, physically, that's true. You won't be, but
I know.
spiritually, she's always there. And
I mean,
she
we
believed
shared
in the same thing, you know?
We shared so much time together.
Yeah.
And some really deep, meaningful conversations about God. We'd just get in these talks about God for hours sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you count be happy and count the times that you got to be with her. I mean, that's what really matters, is that you got the chance to be a part of her life, and she got to be a part of yours. And no one can take that away from you. You will always have that piece of history to carry with you.
I think I enjoyed her animals as much as she did. We always connected on the animal thing because I'm an animal lover.
Dave, we can tell.
Yeah.
Brenda Hall, our energy never dies. Exactly. Exactly. It's good seeing you too, Noble. Wow. My goodness. Hey, Miss Crystal, how you doing? Hold on to the memories. That's right. Don't ever let them go.
You know what's weird, Mareka, when you said that? This is so weird. In my mind, I'm talking like 2 seconds before I saw your comment, that song by Disturbed was just playing in my mind. Hold on to the memories. In my mind, I was just hearing that song, and then you made that comment. That's so bizarre. Oh, Lulu's definitely going to live on in our memories.
Yeah. Yeah, she will.
Just had such a big impact. Oh. I'm really going to miss her.
You know, for, like I said, the last year or so, it's hers and my communication really cut back a lot. And it's because she has spent most of the time in the hospital. You know, she wasn't at home, so it was hard to get a hold of her at all. And I understand that. And for me, I think that's a blessing in disguise. Even though it hurts to see that she's gone, I think it's that time that we didn't have together, that big blank spot that's helped me in comforting me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not blubbering and crying and falling apart and all that. I actually feel okay about this. And I suppose another reason why is when she said that she was a believer, Dave, and she talked about God a lot in the end, more than what she did when I first met her, let me tell you. But toward the end, she would talk about God more often. It's like, I feel pretty good about that.
I talked to her for hours. Even sometimes Mrs. Wacky, on rare occasions, would come and talk with us.
Yeah.
She'd always be bragging on my wife. Lulu was always bragging on Mrs. Wacky, how inspiring she was to her.
Yeah.
She knew how strong my wife's faith was, and she was always inspired by that. She'd always go out of her way to tell me that. Just, I want faith like that. Ah. Ah.
I don't know who appointed. Do you know appointed times? I don't know them.
Hey, appointed times. Oh. Just me, Marika says she left very, very deep footprints in people. Cross your paths for a reason. And she left her sparkle. Oh, man. I know, Brenda Hall. I think that too.
You know, she would, oh God, she would put me in some very awkward positions. Okay, if I was being a smart ass or I was getting out of control, she said, you know what? I would like to see you out in a cow pasture and have a moose run over you. And I went, are you serious? Would you really like to see a moose run over me? Get out of here, girl.
No, she wasn't afraid to speak her mind.
Heck no. A moose run, that's 2,000 pounds. That would squash me. Damn.
I remember she kind of helped me. When I originally, many years ago, when I one night unblocked everyone on my channel.
Oh, yeah.
And people were like, no, don't do it. But Lulu was like, do it, just do it. Let all this, negative energy just leave and just do it. Just, who cares what anyone else thinks? And Lulu
I remember
helped me.
that.
She helped talk me. We went in a private hangout, and I said, Lulu, I think I'm going to unblock everyone, trolls included. And
yeah,
she was like, I think that's a good idea. Just do it. That was Lulu that helped me talk me into that decision.
And I was the one that was opposed to
You
it.
were opposed to it.
I was opposed to it. You always have to have an opposer. Come
Yep,
on.
gotta have an opposer. And me and Lulu were privately talking, and she was like, she helped. Yeah, do it. It's a good thing.
Yeah, and you did. You did.
I
remember
did.
that. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
oh man. Oh.
You know, she graced this planet for 53 years. And in those 53 years, she touched the lives of many. She really did. And she will never know the number of people, of lives that she did touch. But she was certainly a necessity for all of us. She really was. And well spoken. When it came to serious topics, and she would get up on panel, she would be very passionate about what she was talking about. And she knew what she was talking about. It wasn't made up shit. It was stuff that she experienced herself in her own life. And she would share those thoughts and those feelings and emotions with the people out in the chat. And it was always interesting to listen to her side of things.
Yeah, she was very wise.
So Lit Hot Tomato says, Cabby, I think you should buy me a pony in the memory of Lulu. Lulu would love you. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Never mind.
That was always our running joke, me and Lulu. She's like, Wacky, you remember, you're supposed to buy me a pony. And it was always, when I get rich and famous off of YouTube, I'll buy you a pony.
You know what, Dave?
Well, I never got rich and famous off YouTube, so I didn't buy her a pony. But that was our running joke.
Dave, I think that's a girl thing, okay? Because I've never heard a guy say, hey, Cab, can you buy me a pony? Okay, it's a girl thing.
Yep. I always remember that. That would come up on live streams. You haven't bought me my pony yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Oh, man.
Brenda, I do believe that. She's watching. Yeah, I know she is.
If you don't mind, I'll be right back, Cab. I'm going to go refill my coffee.
Why are you holding it with two hands like it's a precious cup of gold or something? What the fuck, bro?
I just like to, this is a big, heavy.
This is big and heavy too, but you
I've
don't
got
see
one
me
of those,
doing
but
this
tonight
like,
I'm using my
like
porcelain.
a chalice or something.
Tonight I'm using my big porcelain mug, and it's heavy. And I just want to make sure I got a good grip on it because.
Oh my God. Here he is talking about his big things again.
Yeah. I'll be
Go
right
get your cup of coffee.
I'll be right back.
Wow. All snuggled in bed, watching you guys debate mugs. Man. Tori, how you doing? Hey, cute kitty, how are you doing? Good to see you out there. You know, it feels good to be back over here on YouTube. Some of you people, you don't even know anything about DLive, and that's where I've spent the last 4 years. So you have no idea. But when I come back over here and I see my longtime friends, and I mean of years, okay, years, it's so good to see y'all. Damn. Jojo says, listen, you don't need to be big to do great things, Dave. That's true. That's true. And for you small people out there, okay, for you small people, and I'm talking about physically, dynamite comes in small packages. Trust me, I found that out. I found that out being online, okay? The small people, yeah, they can kick some ass, okay? Redneck the fam, it's so good to see. I miss you too. It's good to see your name out there. What is D-Life? Hey, Cheek Chicken Foot. Shh. Mareka, I love you too, girl. You know, Mareka, oh, geez, you are a special kind of person. You know, you really are. You are a very special kind of person with a great big heart, and you know how to express love and peace. You are one of those type of people, and it's very noticeable. And we need more people like you on this planet. You know that? That comes from my heart. I really mean what I say. You are a very, very special, beautiful person. And I'm glad that I've gotten to know you over the years. I'm very happy about that. Uh, hey, Omar Gosh, how are you doing? When are you doing food reviews again? Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Boy, does it look like I'm losing weight? The hell? I don't know when I'm going to do a food review, but food is my best friend. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. Oh, thank you, Marika. Thank you. It's been 7 years. It sure has, Noble. 7 years. Let's see that ponytail cat. Check it out. Check it out. Look at that. So the story behind the ponytail cat, I've always had short hair. Okay. Well, except for the 70s, I kind of let it grow, but never this long. Okay. So here's the deal about the ponytail. Now I've accomplished everything on my whatchamacallit list. What do you call that list? The those important things that we want to accomplish.
Bucket list.
The bucket list, okay? So I've accomplished everything on my bucket list except for going to Alaska, okay? Alaska's on my bucket list, and if I never make it to Alaska, well, that's okay, all right? But listen, so one day I'm sitting in the live stream, and I'm going, I need to add something to my bucket list. I know. I want to look like Willie Nelson. Okay, that might seem crazy and all that, but I do have a guitar and I can make my hair grow long. It's going to take a little while, but I want it to get long enough to where I can get two braids, okay, to come down the front, two braids, and I can't braid hair. I don't know how to do that, so I'm going to have to hire someone to do that for me. And I've got the gray, okay? Now he's like 92 years old or something like that. But I want to get a picture of me with two of the braids, holding the guitar, and I want to make an 8x10 photo and put it up on my wall. Okay, I know it's crazy. It's a crazy thought, but it's accomplishable, okay? It is something that I can do. So I figure by September of next year, my hair is going to be long enough to have it braided and get this picture. So stupid.
I don't know. Someone might have to have a hazmat suit on to braid your hair.
Hey, Dave, get the hell out of here. When did you get on the panel? Wow.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
I'm a little out of it. If you knew what I've been through in the past couple days.
I can only imagine there, Dave.
Well, the first day after
Thank you, JoJo. I can count. I knew I could count on you.
after the news was, I didn't get any sleep yesterday. I just could not. I was just coming to grips with this with LuLu. I didn't get any sleep, and then I went right into no sleep. This very garage here, me and my son spent 12 hours in it last night putting a transmission in this car.
Oh, my God, Dave.
We got it done, and it rolled out at 1 this afternoon. That's when I went to bed, was about 2 in the afternoon. But I couldn't sleep. I just sort of napped and woke up, and you know that unbroken sleep.
Oh, yeah, I know it very well.
But I wanted to do this for LuLu tonight. You know, I was like, it's got to be tonight because it's on my heart.
Yeah, because the longer you wait, the more awkward it would be.
Yeah, I was
like,
just.
why did you wait so long, you know?
I mean, I knew some people, the word was getting around already.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I couldn't hold out over on D Live. I just, I had to let people know it was something that just happened.
Yeah.
And I wanted people to know right up front that this is, here's the deal. This is life.
Yeah, I just didn't have the energy to do it yesterday. I didn't know you were live. I was asleep, but I watched the whole replay this morning. While we were working on the car, there was some time where Jaden was just doing the couple things to it, and I just sat and watched your replay. Abbas Paranormal. I miss Lulu. I have lost 3 YouTube friends in 4 days.
Who are the friends that you've lost on Abyss?
Wow.
Can you let me know who these people were? Because I might have known them too.
Well, it's like you say, Cab. You've coined the phrase, tomorrow's never promised.
That's right. That's exactly right. Even the healthiest of people die just out of the blue. It's like, oh my God. And you know the thing that's really freaky about death and social media is we all say the same thing. Oh my God, I was just talking to that person yesterday. And today they're gone, you know?
I know, it just seems like yesterday that I was talking to Lulu.
Yeah.
The last major message that we exchanged was I sent her some pictures of my granddaughter with some Christmas lights she was playing with.
Greg Redderer and Scotty Burns. I've never heard of those channels.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay.
But sorry for your loss.
Yeah, most definitely. That's not easy. Let's just hope we don't lose anyone else in 2024.
We're all on the chopping block every day, Cab.
I know, and all I can do is wish and hope that that's not going to happen. But I have no authority over that.
I mean, the older I get, every ache and pain, I'm like, this could be it today. I think that all the time.
Yeah. Amen, Brenda. Amen.
Yeah, I think for me, Brenda Hall, it's more
Oh, they're in the paranormal field. Okay.
I think for me, it's more the pain of death, or if it would be a slow death, like from a stroke or something, or. I don't really have a bucket list. You had talked about a bucket list.
Yeah.
I don't actually have one. I guess I'm content with everything.
Well, you're
I've
just bucketless. Okay, that's all.
I'm bucketless.
Yeah.
I don't really know what I'd like to do that.
Sorry to hear that, Noble. I'm sorry to hear that.
What did Noble say? I know that lost a friend Monday. Her funeral was today. Well, I'm worried if the Lord keeps me alive.
Yeah.
On Lori's side of the family, a lot of the relatives now are in their 80s and 90s.
Right.
And I'm just waiting for the phone call. A lot of them I'm very close with. So I'm kind of worried if the Lord keeps me alive, who's next in my family?
Isn't it strange that sometimes we know that phone call that you get out of the blue, we know what it's about. And, your relative or your friend is at the other end going, I've got some bad news. It's like, yeah, I kind of figured that. It's weird how we can sometimes sense that.
The worst call I ever got was many years ago. I knew it was going to be bad. It was Lori's sister at 3:30 in the morning. And her sister's daughter's husband committed suicide. It was the worst call, I think, to get that news.
Yeah.
I mean, I've experienced so much death in the past few years. We're up to about, I think, 12 people in our family now.
But and it's just being human, I suppose. But there are some people that die that it doesn't hurt us so much. And then there's some people that die that just devastate us. I mean, it decimates us. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty normal because we don't feel the same way about everyone, okay? Equally, we don't. That's just a fact of life. And I can say that, there's some people that passed away in my life that just devastated me. And then there's others that have passed. It's like, well, I'm sorry that they're gone. And you move on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, after I lost my mom, my brother went 6 months later. So it was back to back. And I got a phone call from his roommate, Dave. It's Ron. Phil's gone. And I was just like, what?
Marika said life is so short and tomorrow's not always promised. Check in with your people. Love hard, live fully, and be kind. Say something you need to say. Never leave. Say really. I'm sorry, I'm messing up. Say what you need to say. Never leave things unsaid. I'm sorry, I fucked up on that. That was so eloquently said, and I messed up. I'm sorry, Marika. Damn.
I mean, I have stuff all over my house because I had to.
All right, good night, JoJo. Get some sleep, girl.
Good night, JoJo. Thanks for the good memories about LuLu. I mean, I had to clean out my sister's place. I had to get her stuff. My mom's place, my brother's place. So I got stuff, boxes all over this house.
You could have one hell of a good yard sale. You know that.
Yeah.
All right, Noble. Good to see you again. It's been a long time, brother. Good to see you. Wow, 3 years. Oh, my goodness. Huh.
Man, I'm just going to process so many memories of LuLu. I think about her every day, especially being in the hospital. And I just know I'll be thinking about her every day, even though she's gone.
Well,
I mean,
I'm very comfortable in knowing where she's at. That's all I care about. I know that she's in a good place, and I'm happy about that. So I don't need to worry about her no more. You know what I'm saying? She's in capable, good hands.
still hurts.
Well, I want you to know, Dave, that if you pass away before me, over for our memorial that we're going to do over at my channel, if you die before me,
Yeah.
we're going to say the 7 words. Okay. Yeah, we're going to say the 7 words.
You can do that if I'm gone. And just for the new people, I keep saying this during the stream. This shirt, Live Long and Prosper, was sent to me by LuLuLuvU for my birthday because she knew I loved Star Trek. She said,
"Thank you,
keep an eye out
Marika.
in the mail. There's something coming." And this is what I got.
Not just us, Marika. You too, girl. You better be a long time.
Yeah, I think I am going to make it a point this week
Yeah.
to just send a few messages out to people that I haven't, just how you doing, that I haven't for a while. I'm going to go through my little hangout kind of thing. Well, it's Google Meet or whatever. I hate it. It's so much harder, but
Yeah, I know.
Google Hangouts was so awesome.
It was. At one time, that's all we had, you know?
But the layout of it was so user friendly.
Yeah, easy to use. Yeah. Yeah. Stop tuning in on my thoughts. I just want to say I need to message people.
I mean, even Marika, I haven't messaged you in a while, and I'm sorry about that.
Welcome back there, Shelley.
I think I'm probably gonna check out after a smoke or two, Ben.
I think that's a good idea. I'm ready for that.
Because number one, I'm tired,
Yep.
and number two, I just feel like I've said all I can say about my sister Lulu.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss her. I love her. Never gonna forget her.
No, that's for sure.
But I'm just kind of emotionally spent from the past day and a half.
Yeah.
And I think that was pretty fitting. Your stream was about 2 hours for
Yeah.
Lulu.
Yep.
And I just want to thank everyone for coming and just sharing stories. And I mean, Lulu,
Over 50. Yes, I can relate to that so much. Hangouts on the air. You'd hear the bell that would tell you that you were on the air. Been on here for 10 years now. I miss the old days. Yes. Hey, Thomas.
yeah, thanks for coming, Thomas, Storyadori, and just everyone. I know the memory of Lulu is not gonna disappear quickly. She touched a lot of lives.
Yeah. Yeah, she sure did.
I was just thankful to know her while she was here. Ah.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing? It's been a little while, young man. I hope you're doing well.
Hey, Kevin. Oh.
Well, you're welcome, Shelley. It's our pleasure.
I know Lulu's in a better place, but it still hurts.
Well, she's with Nan right now, too. And they're probably singing somewhere together. Probably a beautiful duet.
She did sing on Sing Your Heart Out once.
Yeah, she did.
I can't remember what she sang, but
It was nothing that was serious. It was nothing. It was not a regular song. It was something that was simple. And it might even been Happy Birthday, a Happy Birthday song. It may have been. I can't remember. You live forever. This life is a bus stop. We have the bus transfer in our hands. Salvation, hang on to that so that we will be together on the other side. Amen. Amen.
Animated Adventure says, Cabin Wacky, I would not have had the pleasure of getting to know Lulu without you two embracing many people to be creative and passionate and engaging. It's an honor to celebrate her memory.
Ah, very nicely put. Nice. Aniki, hey, good to see you tonight. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You know, one thing I want to do, I'm going to put my cigarette out for this.
Does that mean I got to put my cigarette out?
You don't have to. It's up to you.
I'll just turn off my camera because I know what you're going to do. You're going to pray.
I want to just pray a specific prayer for Lulu's family.
Okay.
I mean, us as well, but
Okay, that's cool.
Lord, I just want to come to you with a humble heart and just acknowledge that we're hurting with the loss of our sister Lulu. Lord, I just want to put a special request to your feet. I just want to send comfort to Lulu's family, her husband, her daughter, all the people that she touched, even her family I'm not familiar with. Just to comfort them at this time, and help them to just get through this and to just lean on you for strength and support. Know that there's a reason for everything, even the people that we lose, and that you are trustworthy. You're a trustworthy God, and that you love us, and that you've got our back, even through these hard times when we suffer this terrible, terrible loss of people that we love. But Lord, it's just a special prayer that you would just send comfort to Lulu's family during this time and help them to just be able to get through this and know that it's okay, that you love us and you're in control of everything. Nothing gets past you. Nothing escapes you. And I'm going to just lay this down at your feet. Comfort all the people in our community that are hurting from this loss. And just help our hearts not to be troubled. To know that you're trustworthy, Lord. Now lift this up in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen, brother. Amen. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, well, it's easy. We're struggling with our own feelings of loss, but imagine Lulu's husband and her daughter and,
Oh, yeah.
I think with that, I'll probably wind this stream down, Ben.
Okay, Dave.
I think I'm going to go get some rest.
Okay, well, before you close her down, I just want to thank you for allowing me to come up and be a special part of this. To all you people out there, I've always said, tomorrow's not promised. And to those people that you surround yourself with, hey, take some time out of your day and thank them for being them, okay? And you know who I'm talking about. To each one of you, that one special person that seems to always be there for you and love on you and celebrate you. Surprise them by saying, hey, thank you for being you. Dave, love you, brother. Love all you
too,
out in the
brother.
chat. Take care.
I think I'm going to go hug my dogs and hug my daughter and my wife. Just want to thank everyone for celebrating Lulu's life. She will be missed. Just sending peace and blessings to everyone in the chat.